We are back with some more Pokemon Run and Bun. After what happened at the end of the last stream, which was another short one, there's a hotkey set that somehow closes the game. I couldn't tell you what the hotkeys are, but let alone, we're going to be starting a new run. This will be attempt number 11 we're starting off today here with. But it's like always, at the start of every new attempt, I am going to turn the game audio off for a short period of time, just so I can use speed up through this beginning part of the game. Due to me being a little bit impatient of not wanting to take forever to get through the beginning part of the game, I'm going to speed up through it. But the sped up audio does suck to listen to, so I do not leave that on for you guys to listen to. So I'm gonna keep doing some runs here. Hopefully, get a good starting pack here, and we will get a run on the move again. Just okay damage. Probably not going to be the best nature on Turtwig. A lowered attack nature is an automatic reset. That's what I've always done with my starter for Turtwig, if it's a lowered attack. Raised attack, but not perfect IV though. Lowered defense sucks, and a bad defense IV also sucks, but I guess I'd rather take that over other natures. We're going to run all the way up here, grab our fishing rod. Come here, fight May. Perfect. Now we are going to run all the way back down. Get Pokeballs, we'll start our encounters. On the first two routes, Skitty, Lillipup, that is not Vital Spirit, and Finneon, which is you get right here. If we pull one of those, it is an automatic reset. Okay, this is what, the fourth time in a row now we've pulled Lotad on this route. But not the best encounter to be pulling is a Lotad there. Ideally, you want Temple or Surskit. But what do we pull here? Okay, Bunnelby. Not amazing, but and we're back on the trend of me not being able to catch a Pokemon. Time to go heal and buy more Pokeballs. Like everybody that I watch do this never has to buy more Pokeballs. But I almost always have to, but okay, I mean, so far we have nothing that can help out with gym number 1, except our starter. I guess Lotad possibly can if it's decent enough. Okay, there's Budew. If this is natural cure, this is not good, but if it's poison point, it is good. Ideally with a decent special attack nature, or special attack IV and not lowered special attack. I mean, Starly, I'm not going to complain about it. I'd rather have Fletchling, but I still cannot catch a Pokemon. Well, it might just kill me, so before I catch it. Thank you. Okay, we're hoping for some good natures and IVs here. Swift Swim, okay. I feel like every low tat I get always has good IVs. It's kind of funny. Cheek Pouch, higher special attack sucks, lowered speed sucks, so that's not the best nature. This is a special attacker, so this sucks. It's natural cure. Good special attack IV though. I might just reset this though. I mean, the only good one we got was Starly. Voodoo is not good because it's natural cure. It's not that good if it doesn't have Technician. And all three of these natures kind of suck. These have good IVs. That's about it. Do I want to continue this? Not really. Not really. No, we're not going to. We're going to reset this. Going on to attempt 13, 12, whatever. I can't remember. But my ideal start will either have Surskit or Fletchling, ideally one of the two. And then either like Growlithe or Budew with Poison Point. Ideally I get two of those. But to me, I would rather reset at that point of the game instead of going, another hour into the game to recognize that I can't get through Gym 1 or I got to get through Gym 1 with like 2 sacrifices. And just have to reset an hour and a half later. I'd rather just reset now. So Turtwig here again. That's decent damage. Okay. Okay. Okay, I mean, we've had this nature a ton in the past. Get our fishing rod. Okay, can we hit Lotad for what, the 5th or 6th time in a row? As our encounter in Little Root. Perfect. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I probably will. It probably will happen now, but we somehow have not hit Finneon now. But that just means we're going to hit Finneon now. But typically, I only hit Finneon when I get a really good starter. So, but because I said it, we're probably going to pull it now, but nope, we pull Surskit. Okay. I cannot complain about this. Okay, Baneri, okay. Nothing amazing. We've not pulled any of the good encounters on this route, I think, ever yet, so. We also haven't pulled Skitty, though, so. There's Growlithe, okay. Can't complain too much about that. Please, just catch it. And now I'm burned. Awesome. Thank you. It's sad that I have to think about leveling up my Pokemon after catching them to catch other Pokemon. Okay, something good here, please. Yeah, Execute's not bad. I mean, pull Fletching. Okay, I mean, this is actually a really solid 6-pack. I can't complain too much about this. I think this is probably the best 6-pack we've had. The best 6-pack that we've had out of all the attempts. As long as we got decent natures. Okay, higher attack, but it should be high enough speed. Lower speed on this sucks. The nature on this doesn't really matter. Neutral. Okay. Timid, really? Oh my god. At least it's a good IV, I guess. I mean, that's just terrible. It has to be timid. It just has to be timid. I mean, I guess it's race speed, but the lowered attack sucks. It's just going to be stupidly fast, but it's not going to hit as hard as I want it to. That's just... I cannot get good natures. But maybe we'll see how it goes. This is at least a decent 6-pack. It'll be nice that Fletching will be stupidly fast, which is nice. Turtwig is the lead for these first couple battles, or for this first battle. Then we got a Fletchling, but it's not going to be able to pick up any of the kills. Perfect. Good. Perfect. Okay. I really do need to turn our Repel on for now. A good enough Fletchling could one-shot every ball. One shot is kind of an understatement because Pineco here does have sturdy. It just can't even proc sturdy, so well, at least it one-shot that at least. Take the orange berry. That's a terrible number of orange berries. I mean, this game does give you a good amount of orange berries, and you do eventually get citruses, but it's not that big of a deal per se. But you don't even need to heal because we're only down 2 HP. Does hit the range though. That's good. Kill that easily. Then we switch. And we let this thing clean up with those orbs. Heal all that HP back. Okay. Just do that really quick. Speed it up. There you go. Nice crit. Doesn't really matter. Crit and a flinch on the stomp roll from Metronome. We stay in here helping for Flame Body. Nope, no Flame Body. We can always just lose the run right here. Because it can just get... That's annoying. Gonna force me to switch again. Just because it can roll pretty crazy moves. You know, we had one attempt that it rolled Swords Dance, and it just did not roll a physical move the rest of the time, but... Perfect. Do we need to buy more Pokeballs? Yes. 10 more. Do the catching tutorial. We have one last big encounter left to do. We are again hoping for Weedle or Scatterbug. We don't truly need Scatterbug because we do have the other two flying types that can do stuff in Gym 1. But I still do like Pavilion. I think Powder Tech, the one attempt run that I had it, I didn't use it as much as I wish I would have. But it is really cool. So let's go do our last encounter before we got some battles to do. Repel it off. We pulled Scatterbug. Okay. Now we're hoping this is going to be a good Scatterbug. Actually, because I do have Execute. Let me just bring you in. Hypnosis. This could either be Shield Dust or Compound Eyes. I like Compound Eyes a little bit more, I feel. But they both have their advantages. Shield Dust protecting you from secondary effects. Bag. There's Protect. But we are ideally looking for a race special attack, I think. Well, actually, I know that's what we want, but lowered attack is ideally what you see here. Okay. Okay, it's an okay special attack IV. Good HP, though. Okay, I mean, that's okay. Not going to be mad about it. Turn game audio back on. Turn the base 1.5 speed on. So not a terrible starting pack. Pretty much 2 Intimidate Pokemon once Surskit becomes Masquerain after Gym 1 or before if I do give it the Rare Candy. But Pavilion could possibly set us up to we don't need to use the Rare Candy for Gym 1, which is also pretty massive. Being able to save that Rare Candy is nice. But a lot of people do use Rare Candy there, either on Surskit or Fletchling, actually. Fletchling is also a great option for the Fairy. It'll be a Fletchling Endure at the time, but at level 22 it learns Roost. Unless you delay the evolution to level 20, then you do get Roost and not have to use the Rare Candy. So that's another option that you would have. Nice flinch. Is Churchburg going to be able to solo this Yon Mega now because of the flinch? It's going to be able to. This thing comes in, and we just switch to any of our flying types. No damage, nice crit. And Air Cutter, so we are Shield Dust. I did not look at that, but we are Shield Dust. Oh, I did, but I didn't read it. We are Shield Dust because I did not get dropped there by Rock Smash. So that's one key advantage of Shield Dust. Just to make sure, but yeah, we are Shield Dust still. No Compound Eyes, but Compound Eyes does have the other effect of boosting held items that Pokemon can hold in battle or when catching them. But it's pretty much if you have Compound Eyes on a Pokemon, the Horsey you can catch, that is a 5% chance of holding a Dragon Scale, becomes 10%. So double the odds there. We have another. Another battle we are going to be doing here. This is the Magikarp team. First Magikarp is Choice Band Bounce or Choice Scarf Bounce. I can't remember which scarf it is or which choice item it is. And that is just fine. And we do just click bite. We're able to take hits pretty well because it is at -1. Gonna stay in for one more. Comet this time. I don't know which one actually does more damage, but the speed raising doesn't really matter on it. Now we do have the switch. We will switch to play Fletchling. There's the bounce. There's the aerial ace. Have a quick attack. Go first. The other Magikarp has Hydro Pump and Flail, and holding a choice or a Focus Sash. So it's going to live on 1 and then have a max power Flail. Doesn't truly matter because my Turtwig can take Hydro Pumps. I am Shell Armor, so I cannot crit. And after absorbing it down to 1 HP, I heal pretty much all my HP back. If not all my HP, I think it's all my HP still. Yep. And Flail can't ever kill me here, just about 12 damage. Exactly 12 damage. You can't tell I've done this battle enough times to know. Now we run all the way back and heal. After we heal, we are going to have one more battle, then we get our first boss battle. Pretty easy boss battle though. Vivillon makes it pretty trivial, plus pretty much with Vivillon and Execute and Turtwig, those three should be able to just solo this. But I will look at the damage calculator for it just to be safe. Just so I don't screw myself over, but we're going to get Chestos from Grandma here. Cherry berries. And more orange berries. That's a better number for orange berries. I did not want to leave that unpicked. We're going to be giving 3 Pokemon cherry berries. Vivillon. Turtwig. And Fletchling. Everybody else will just hold orange. And we're going to leave with Vivillon. Here we go. This is a Attract and Thunder Wave spreading team. The cherry berries there are to control the Thunder Wave. We're always hoping to see Thunder Wave turn 1 and not Attract. A little air cutter. Nice crit. This Attract sucks, but if we do not fall into love here, we do kill probably. Darn it. And it goes all aggro, no Swift. Or no Thunder Wave. Perfect. Okay. We still have our Cherry Berry, which is really good. So we can just stay in here and continue to spam air cutters. Nice crit again. There's the Thunder Wave. We're never going to complain about that ever. This should kill. Oh, it just leaves on 1. This will bring out Phanpy. Phanpy only has Attract, but we're still able to stay in here. Stomp there did 8, or did max roll crit, I believe. I don't remember, but just to be safe, we will switch to Execute here, which just completely deals with this. There's Attract, that's fine. And we just Bullet Seed. Okay, eventually we will Bullet Seed. Okay. Okay, please don't hit only twice. Darn it. There is my Orange Bay. Thank you. Okay, we are through this battle. Pretty uneventful so far. Okay. Heal up. And I'm going to take a quick look at the damage calculator for for the boss battle. I won't show you guys this calc because it is going to take me roughly 30 seconds to look at. You should be able to, right? Yeah. You're fine. Yep, okay. Oh, you're not a guaranteed kill. Your special attack's so bad. That is really bad, actually. Okay, so maybe we have to do something slightly different since I think it's a second longer this time. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so you're still gonna lead. We will switch to you. Do covet. And then we can switch to you on that. And then you can kill with confusion. That is so annoying. But and then you completely wall this out. Actually, I guess I could just do that. We gotta make sure 32, 37, perfect. Okay. Okay. I want to get everybody in Oranberry. Even the ones that are holding cherry berries right now, we switch to Oranberries. My execute cannot one-shot the Krogunk. Krogunk. Krogunk, there's two Pokemon, or there's three little gimmicks kind of on this team. Well, two gimmicks and one just decently strong Pokemon. The lead here is a Sharpedo, or not a Sharpedo, a Carvanha. That hits pretty hard. You know, it has Bite, Poison Fang, rough skin, so it does hit pretty hard, but it's also pretty frail. Okay, bad poison. Pop my Oranberry, that's fine. The Krogunk has Belch and a Salac Berry, so if it drops below half, it eats its Salac Berry, gains a +1 speed boost, and then it can use Belch, which will pretty much one-shot anything at this point in the game. Belch can only be used once the turn after it eats a berry, so it's a one-time use move, but it can do a lot of damage, so you gotta play around that. And then the Execute in the back has an Oranberry and Harvest, and can kind of cause trouble there as well, just by it is able to constantly keep harvesting its Oranberry to heal, and become pretty annoying to deal with. By it just can constantly heal itself with Harvest if Harvest keeps proccing and restoring its Oranberry. But Pavilion can one-shot it, most likely won't, but yep, that's just fine. There's its Oran. Leech Seed, that's fine. Also has Leech Seed, so it can heal from Leech Seed. But we just kill. So you don't have a way to quickly two-shot this, do over like 75% damage to it every hit, it can get annoying. But we had the answers this time for it. So, how many Pokeballs do I have? I probably want to buy more. Yes, I want to buy some more Pokeballs. Poison cannot kill my Pokemon in this game. It will leave him on 1 HP. So, we are going to heal, buy some more Pokeballs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more encounters before we can buy more after getting on the boat. And with how my luck's been so far, I don't trust that's going to be enough. So, got more Pokeballs. We get some more encounters here. We've done everything that we can on this side of the beach. I did grab this, right? Yes, I did. So, I am going to put you in the lead, though, just so I have you ready for encounters. Talk to Mr. Brainy here. He's going to take us down to Rustboro City. Rustboro City is gym number 1 in this game. Not. Or Dewford Town, I mean, my bad. Dewford. Rustboro is not gym 1 this town. Dewford is gym 1. All these trainers we have to fight later in the game. But now that we are in Dewford, we are going to talk to this guy. He's going to give us a silk scarf, which does become pretty nice. We're going to start our encounters here on Route 107. We are hoping for Horsey or Remoraid here, is what we would like to see. And we pull the Carvanha. Okay. I mean, Carvanha's fast and hits hard, but it dies if you look at it funny. So, we cannot Hypnosis it because it is a dark type. So, it is annoying, but not what you want to hit. You want to hit Horsey or you want to hit Remoraid here, but they both give you better. Getting one of those gives you better odds at getting Quillfish in Slayport. I think Slayport, yeah. But oh, we have our level cap one up. We can level up. I should do that as well. Let's do that really quick. I'm going to turn game audio back off for a second while you speed up. Just so I can speed through all of this dialogue. There's Sleep Powder. I do like that over Hypnosis. The other time I'm going to use speed up is in these situations where I'm leveling up a mass amount of Pokemon. I will just turn speed up on. It just allows me to quickly get through this stuff. No, you do not need Poison Powder, but I do want you to have Sleep Powder instead of. There's 80, so it's. There's Struggle Bug, which right now you can have Struggle Bug for Tackle. There's Razor Leaf for Confide, and then it evolves and learns Sand Tomb, which will get rid of Tackle. Or Growl, I mean, not Tackle, Growl. This will evolve and learn Fling Wheel. But if I were to delay it there, or Flame Charge, then I could get Roost early without needing the rare candy, but we have game audio back on. We have an encounter here. We are hoping there's pretty much every encounter here is actually pretty solid. I really can't complain about the encounters in this town. Timber, probably one of the better ones, especially if this is Guts. If this is Guts Timber, it becomes really good. I can pre-status things easily. I just can't do that in gyms. But a good attacking, raised attack on this thing, or a boosted, or a really good attack nature, or attack IV, makes it pretty strong, especially mid to late game when it starts getting unlocks Mach Punch. Shelter, Chihuahua are the two big ones we would like to see here. Get Chihuahua, okay. This can either be Shell Armor or Strong Jaw. They both have their perks. I do think Shell Armor is slightly better than Strong Jaw, but Strong Jaw does have its perks as well. It's even asleep and I still can't catch it. Thank you. So, also really physically defensive, and it's a rock type once it evolves into Dreadnought. But we won't get Dreadnought until a little bit later. Let's go see what our encounters are looking like and level the rest of the team up. Okay. First, let's see how everybody is. Shawaddle is Shell Armor, raised attack, lowered speed death, good attack IV as well, good defense IV as well. Lowered special defense kind of sucks, but its special defense is okay only. Sheer force, okay. That does suck. Raised speed is nice though, but it's already a slow Pokemon, so not that good. It's okay. It's about all it really is. Rough skin, lowered speed sucks. And we already know what this is. I'm going to turn game audio off one more time, just so I can quickly speed through all of it. Yep, there's a low kick, unless you should learn load kick. Rock throw. The thing does get Aqua Jet though, which is really nice. What does Baneri get? Quick attack? Really? Okay. Baneri still does not have any good. Not much anything good. Let me take a look at this. We have a couple battles coming up here. The first one really isn't that hard, but I still like to take a look at it. Just to be safe, I don't want to... I've screwed up enough battles in my past before that I do want to take a quick look just to make sure I have it all under control. I don't like you against that at all. Okay, perfect. You can take any move twice, perfect. Oh, okay. We'll be just fine for that battle. Okay. Everybody will get orange berries. Heal everybody up. And lead with Grottle. We're going to be doing this battle right here. Staryu, okay. Going to absorb. Alright. We'll heal most of our HP back right here. Do it one more time. We could one-shot it there with Razor Leaf, but we stay at higher HP if we do double absorb. Staying at a slightly higher HP is always nice. Just absorb again. There's the Teeter Dance, which is just fine. Hopefully we hit the absorb still. Okay. What did I say if we kill this? I already forgot. Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. There's Seismic Toss. The Air Cutter. Bubble Beam. Air Cutter again. Barraskewda cannot kill us here. Even crit, peck, flame gem, or flame gem, flying gem, does not kill. That could also do that. There's Aqua Jet, which can grit and can do some damage, but that still can't kill it either. Okay, let's go back heal. This is, I would say, the first tricky battle, but again, when I say tricky, I really don't mean that tricky, but so the one use Carvana gets, it one-shots this thing with Water Pulse, outspeeds it by 1. That is sad. I know you wall that. You two wall that. And let's see, do I have anything for this Munchlax? Oh, that is just fine. Perfect, okay. And Timber gets to come instead of you. This gets to come instead of you. And this gets to come instead of you. So far, Baniri is the only one that has not came to a battle yet. Outside of the first 2 battles, or 3 battles, 4 battles, when I did not have an extra Pokemon. It's always crazy to look at the calculator, see I outspeed by 1. And then I get in the battle and I think I missed something and I don't outspeed. But grab a second Heart Scale. There is a hidden Dive Ball right here. And this is the second trainer we're going to fight. And we just Water Pulse. Water Pulse does kill here. Moelo, perfect. What is Moelo going for? It is Covet. Growlithe. I'll get my own Intimidate off on it. Do not take a lot from Covet. And I'm able to answer back with Fire Fangs. Almost can kill it. It can't kill well. Most damage. I think that one might have been max roll actually, but yeah, that was max roll. Max roll was 90%. Sandy Guest. Put a Grottle on. The big threat on this team is the last Pokemon, the Munchlax, Belly Drum, Salac Berry. So it wants to +6 attack, gain a +1 speed boost from the Salac Berry. and then spam headbutts. Really. But luckily for us, we don't really need to worry about that too much. If you're not able to one-shot the Dwebble, and as in the lead Dwebble, it wants to set up sticky webs, which will put any of your Pokemon once they switch in at -1 speed. Which, if that gets set up, it makes that Munchlax really annoying. So the Munchlax here is probably going to be going for Belly Drum. But it's just fine to go to Timber here. Timber outspeeds it even at +1. There's the Belly Drum. It's going to cut its HP in half. Going to eat the berry. +1 speed now. Well, guess what? My Timber's still 2 speed faster. Low kick just kills. So that's the easiest way to get around that. And pretty much the only way to get around it. If it gets set up and is faster than your entire team, it will one-shot everything. There's only a couple Pokemon this early that can take a +6 attack from that. The main one being Turtwig, actually. Or Roddle at this point. Activate our Repel. We're going to be going into Granite Cave here. We are going to be delaying this encounter for later, though. We could roll it now. You have the escape rope, right? Or you get it later. Or flash, whatever. I thought you could, yeah. The reason why people delay this cave, there's the escape rope, is a little bit later after you get to Slayport. You get an encounter on a route near there, just north of Slayport, and you get an electric Pokemon. Half the encounters there have the ability Static, the other half do not. But if you pull a Pokemon with Static on floor 1, the only electric type is Togedemaru, which is really good in this game. It's a really good early game, it's a really good mid game, it can even be good in late game. And if you didn't know, Static, an outside of battle effect that it has, if it's in the lead of your team, so in slot 1 of your team, and you're doing an encounter, and there's an electric type on that route, and your Pokemon has the ability Static in the lead, 50% of the time you are guaranteed an electric type. 50% of the time you get the normal encounter pool. So Togedemaru is a 10% on that route, but with Static in the lead, you get roughly, I want to say, a 55% chance of getting it. It's a little better than 50%, because 50% of the time you are going to be guaranteed it, and the other 50% of the time you're going to get it 10% of the time. So I think that roughly is about 55% if I remember anything about math, which I really don't. But we got some battles coming up here on the beach. We're going to be jumping back on the boat, but I'm not going to bore you with the calculator for this because it is pretty simple. So that is that for that. This does a lot of damage is the correct answer. But this can be just fine here. And that works there. That works there. Okay. Fine. Yeah, we'll do this one battle at a time. Last time I tried to do too many of these at once. So, make sure I have the team that I want to bring. We are going to get an encounter, and we're going to be doing a battle. No, I really don't want... Actually, no, I do want to bring you. Instead of probably you. Alright, let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. Going to be jumping back on the boat here. Make sure I have... We're going to do an encounter here. The ideal encounter we hit here is Corefish. Actually, as we're on the boat here, let's take a quick look at the encounter chart. So, these are the encounters for the game. We did hit Surskit here. 101, we hit Baniri. Oldale Town. Why is this not updating? Interesting. Let's click this really quick. Let's go here. Version history. See version history. Let's go back to an older version. Let's restore to this version really quick. That did not work. One more time. There we go. So this is an old one. We're just gonna update it. I don't know why it wasn't working. So Surskit, we did pull Surskit. We pulled Baniri. Check that off. We did not get Ponyta here. We got Growlithe. We did get Execute here. We did not get Rookity, and we got Fletchling. We did not get Ledian. We got Scatterbug. We did not get Tyro. We got Timber. We did not get Horseshoe. We got Carvana. We did get Chihuahua. We have not got the cave yet. And technically we're doing that encounter there. I'm going to check these off really quick. We'll check the rest of them off later. But right now we're doing Route 109. This one right here. Ideally, we want Tortuga or Corefish. That is what we would like to see here. But let's take a look to see what we pull up here. We are fishing. Corefish or Tortuga. Okay, we already have a Chihuahua. Pulling Chihuahua back on the other route is really nice. You get dupes here, giving you a better chance at Tortuga or Corefish. Okay, it really wants us to have a Chihuahua. The game does not understand that I already have one. So let's try this again. Clauncher. Okay. Not good. I mean... So... let's put it to sleep really quick. And we'll check that off on the list really quick. But what was our chances? We had 30, 43, over a 50% chance. Like a 58% chance to get one of the two Pokemon that we wanted. And we did not get it. Come on. Okay. Let's start working on stuff for this route. Okay, come over here, grab the soft sand. So, first battle is right here. Hiding under the umbrella. Smoochum is the lead. Flame Charge just kills and we outspeed. This will bring Elekid in next. Looking for a kill, or not a kill, but most damage with Shockwave. Shockwave crit could kill me right now. So we just go to Grottle. There's Shockwave. And we are going to just Razor Leaf twice. We're not able to get crit still. I mean, we are Shell Armor, so. Or Variable Prop. This is going to bring in Magby as the last one. As we go back into Fletchlinger. This walls it out completely. Nice crit. Does burn our berry, which sucks, but confused, right? Okay. Luckily we can't stay in here still. Always going to click Mach Puncher now because I am faster and show a kill. So that battle is complete. We are storming our way right now towards the next boss battle, which is a back-to-back. We got 5 battles in between that and the back-to-back. 5 battles here on the beach, and then we have a back-to-back to deal with. And then after that, it is a couple more encounters and gym time. So we're storming through this game pretty quick. Let's look at our Kalantra though. So I don't think Kalantra is going to be able to do much in gym number 1, but possibly could help us in maybe gym 2, maybe with it being a rock gym. But to level this sucker up to 17. Bubble beam. Water sport does have aqua jet though, which is nice. Okay, I think it learns one more move. Yeah, it does. Give her a splash. Okay. Let me transfer that over, just so we have it in the damage calculator. Let me take a quick look at the next battle really quick. Well, I mean, that's nice. Okay. This battle is pretty easy. Actually, the whole team stays the exact same. And Kalantra gets captured and then becomes right out to battle. We will do that. This. And this. And we're gonna go back on the waters. Heading back over to the beach. 108. And then 109. That's where we are right now. Next battle time. 2 Pokemon has a Fletchlinger and a Houndour. But Bubble Beam here does a massive chunk to this thing. Never can kill though. But Aqua Jet can go first and kill though. This will bring in or Herd, or not Houndour, Herder. There's the Intimidate. We don't really care about Intimidate. We are going to be switching to Fletchlinger here. It's going to be spamming rocks or headbutts into us. There's Flame Body. So if you pull a Flame Body proc, it pretty much, well, no, it's a Lumberry though. So, but we can stay in and Flame, nope, Aerial Ace. Do a good chunk of damage. Headbutt crit. What is headbutt crit? 28. Darn it. Max roll crit does kill. That's just fine though. You can go to Grotto here. And just Razor Leaf. Bear healing. Nice. Perfect. We are through another battle. Okay, time to go back and heal again. As we go back in the water, I'm going to be taking a look at the counts. Okay. 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 You guys looking really good. Perfect. So, we are going to be grabbing you out of the box, replacing it with you. I did never look, but what was your ability? Mega Launcher, okay. That's what I assumed it was, but just wanted to double check that information. Okay. The lead for this next battle is going to be Fletchling. Everybody here has an orange berry? Nope. Well, let's fix that problem. Okay. Got Fletchling in the lead. Perfect. Doing this battle. Wingle here's the lead. This is either going to go for Rain Dance or a Water Move. But we do two-shot this. Even through its berry. There's Water Pulse. That is just fine. As far as we don't get confused. Perfect. We just kill. This is going to bring in, should just be, yep, Buizel. Execute gets to come in on Buizel. Take a Water Pulse, no damage from it, and click Bullet Seed. This thing is just going to spam Sonic Boom now. It is holding a Rindo Berry, but it's only going to weaken it for the first hit. And then the second, and so on, so forth, are going to get it, take a lot of damage. We do hit the 4 hits for the kill. This is going to bring in Palpitoad, Palpitoad, which is most likely going to go for Sludge here. But it could also go for Rain Dance. Yep, there's Sludge. We click Absorb. There's the Rain Dance. It's now faster than me, which it already was. Almost kills. But not much of a problem though. And all we do here, no, I almost reset the game again. We're going to do this battle next. Out even going to heal. This Pokemon has 5 bug types. And we just stand here and spam Air Cutter. We should one-shot all of them. So, we will just stand here. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to run all the way back and heal. 2 battles. These next 2 battles are the trickiest too, but you don't need to worry about it too much. Hopefully, we don't have the ground type though, so it's going to be a little trickier. These will be the first 2 battles. Actually, no, I probably won't show you guys these 2 actually either, just because this shouldn't take me too long to do still. But I'm gonna take a quick look at them. But the first one here. It's not a bad lead though. Ooh. But you actually do good against this. So I think I do like you for that. Who do I want leading against this though? You could do fine with some support. Grotto can handle that. Okay, I think we will be fine for the first one. First one looks pretty simple. We are going to save the game though, just in case if I decide to push the wrong buttons. We're far enough into the game where I do want to be safe. I don't really want to lose a run like that. We're going to be taking... Actually... Yeah, I like the entire team that we have right now, actually. Going to give everybody orange berries again. I think there's someone that needs it. And we're going to take a pull back. If you do these next two battles, if you engage the first battle in the wrong spot, you can actually make this a double battle. And it becomes... I don't want to say impossible, you probably could do it. But it becomes 10 times harder. So you always want to walk down here, never walk to the top. So. But here we go. It's the first one on the beat, or the second to last one on the beat. We're going to get faked out here. There's Flame Body. Now it makes this thing do about no damage. Always sand attack us, which is fine because we have aerial ace and never misses. Now we almost kill. This will probably bring out Luxray next, actually, and not Nidorina, which is the scarier one out of the two on this team. There's Intim. As you go down to Grotto. We eat a spork just fine. We sand him. There's Hal. Always a little scary when it starts trying to go for setup moves, but it doesn't really matter. Double kick here is still not going to do that much damage. And the Razor Leaf will kill here. And now Nidorina comes in, which I think I can stay in now on. I just want to make sure. Yep, 26 is the highest damage it can do. It could also go for sand attack, but that's fine. We have Orange Berry. Now it's always going to go for Venoshock or Poison Tail. But it's also going to take a good chunk of damage. From that. And we can now just go into Pavilion to finish this thing off. There's Poison Tail. Because of Shield Dust, I can't get poisoned. So, I'm into moves. And now we go Air Cutter. There's my Orange Berry. And we just kill with another Air Cutter. Okay. Solid start. Now we have the fun long run back to the boat. Get back on the boat. I'm going to take a look at the next battle as we do that. So Liege is this. Perfect. You just one-shot it. I always love to see that. Do you wall this? Sorta. You sorta wall this. You do a decent job against that. Okay. I will say, Pavilion does make these battles a lot easier. So, we are going to give P.E.K.K.A Berry to Pavilion this time. And everybody else will get their Berry. And we just go straight back. Okay. Head all the way back now. Last battle on the beach here before the back-to-back. You get one more encounter before the back-to-back. Possibly two if we wanted to try to do the hard battle. But we do it after the back-to-back when the level cap increases to make it a little bit easier. But if you come from up here before doing that bottom battle, it'll trigger the double battle right here. So you never want to have done it before and lost a run to it. But me and Few is the lead here. Air Cutter just does massive damage and just kills it. Crit not required. Flaffy, I believe. Yep. This is always an electric move now. Goes into Grottle. Oh, actually, it could also be Thunder Wave, I guess. Yep. That kind of sucks. I should have given this a Cherry Berry. I would have thought about it enough, but there's the Confuse Ray too. Should have given this a Cherry Berry. Just hit the Sand Tomb. That's really all I need. Thank you. What's the residual chip of Sand Tomb? One more Sand Tomb should kill. As long as we do not hit ourselves in Confuse or get full parried. Okay. And we can stay in. That was a Fire Punch plus a Confusion hit that did 25. So there's a possibility. No, okay, we cannot die here at all. So 18 is the highest damage from Fire Punch, which puts us at 11. Confusion, I don't think can do 11 damage. But I could also just be safe and switch here. I guess. Relic. This is always Fire Punch, so. Get the Intimidate off. Take literally no damage from Fire Punch here. Literally none. Growlithe is not dead to crit. You get to click Fire Fang. Nice crit. Crit probably mattered there, but it would not have really mattered. I mean, we just killed it on the second turn. This brings Needle Arena in. We are not dead to Water Pulse crit, so we're going to stay in this turn and just hit it with Fire Fang. That is what we were expecting to see. That is why we did not want to switch. We did not want to switch on the Toxic. Now this is guaranteed Venoshock into my Pavilion, which is not going to take much damage from it. Take what, 13 damage or so? Oh, a little more than that actually. Okay. And we just Air Cutter twice. We are holding a P.E.K.K.A, so it goes for Toxic here. God, why did that scare me for some reason? I don't know why that did. Until I knew that that was the move I was going for. We just kill. I don't know what I'm thinking. I sometimes just stop thinking. So, we have 3 other battles on the beach. We're going to go up and heal. After we heal, we're going to trigger the cutscene or the thing to get the Aqua Grunts to move. Go do our encounter. Take a look at the back-to-back and do the back-to-back. Talk to this guy. Let's go do our encounter in Slayport. So up here we are hoping for Horsey or Quillfish. That is the 2 that we would like to see here, is one or the other. And we pull Remoraid. Okay. That's lovely. Not what we want to see. That's going to make the gym a little bit harder now. Not having them, but sleep powder. Going to throw a Pokeball. Hoping for a good special attack on Remoraid. That would always be nice. A good special attack on it can help out with Gym 2. I think it possibly can help out with Gym 1 even. But I don't think so. But a good enough special attack can also help out with this battle coming up. We have a really interesting box. Really, again, another interesting one. No Horsey is weird. Typically you get Horsey. But let's see here. Hoping for a good special attack. Okay, raise special attack and a solid special attack IV. Lower defense kind of sucks, but can't complain too much about it, I feel. But let's take a look at the damage calculator for this back-to-back. So this battle here, we do after. This is blocking the route that has the electric Pokemon. But we can do it after and do this battle first. Does make this slightly harder not having an electric type, but I think we can get it figured out. So this is the first team we have to face. The lead is a Murkrow. Outputs a ton of damage with Wing Attack. And it's pretty fast. Remember, we got to bring 6 Pokemon to beat 6 Pokemon, and we do not get to heal or switch teams in between the battles. Twaddle, 2 Ice Things do kill, and we cannot die to Wing Attack. This is always my answer to this, typically. This kind of gets walled by this. This should also do pretty good against this. This is worth this battle. I know you handle this just fine. I can go Razor Leaf into Absorb, I believe. 37. Oh, not ability. Reload that. 37. Yes, I can go Absorb into, or Razor Leaf into Absorb. Acid and Water Pulse. So ideally, I need something that could take both of those. You can't. Pavilion somewhat can, but it's not ideal. You can't. Switch in. Psybeam. Acid, though, can lower my special defense, I believe. So that could be a problem. Can it? Let's just take a quick look, just to make sure. 10% chance to lower special defense by 1. Okay. But we could switch in and go Psybeam. 2 Psybeams. Possibly, it really won't 2-shot though, because of leftovers healing, and it'll probably protect as well. Trying to think if there's any other strong answers here. Clauncher doesn't take a ton of damage, but can't do a ton. This thing can't do much at all right now. Paralysis is a fire type. I feel like Remoraid is the best answer to this. Let's look at the second battle. Chihuahua will lead. It will be at low HP, and it's always going to beat Venom Shock, no matter what. So, Pavilion, though, does a really good job into this. Holding a Chesta or a P.E.K.K.A. And it just spams Air Cutter pretty much until it dies. Or until we get poisoned and then we have to switch. So, this... Oh, you actually can one-shot this, but you take too much for Shockwave. You can't because of Hex. Ideally, in a perfect world, our Grottle can come in and deal with this. But just in case, this is where I wish I had a normal type that didn't only have normal type moves. Because if against Hex, and I can take advantage of that, I can't take advantage of it because of this doesn't have a move. I mean, I can Foresight, but that would be funny. I thought Foresight allowed you to hit Ghost types. I guess not. Ideally, Grotto can also kill this. This is the scary one out of the two battles. This has rollout, and it wants to set up rollout and go for rollouts. This is guaranteed to come because of it. Fletchling, I would love to bring it, but it really can't come to this. So what would be a good Pokemon to bring to this as some extra support? Growlithe is always interesting because it does have Intimidate. I think we are going to bring Growlithe. So I think this is the 6 we're going to bring. We need Chesto on Pavilion. Chesto on Remoraid, and Oran Berries on everybody else. So that will be this battle. So Remoraid again gets captured. We catch Remoraid, and it immediately comes to a battle. Again, the only one not to come to a battle so far is our Baneri, once I had more than 6 Pokemon, which is kind of funny. But let's give P.E.K.K.A. to Pavilion and Remoraid. Make sure everybody else here is holding an Oran Berry. You have P.E.K.K.A., Oran, P.E.K.K.A. Perfect. Due to our Schwaddle having a raised attack nature, it does allow us not to have to hold Never Melt Ice. But typically you have to hold Never Melt Ice to get the kill here, but here we go. This is the first, I would say, hard battle of the run. I think everything else up to this is pretty simple. The 2 on the beach are a little tricky, but are manageable. But this is the first tricky one with moving it back to back. These are always tricky. But we are going to Ice Fang twice here. We never die. We cannot get crit. And we Ice Fang again. Oran Berry will heal us back up a little bit, which is always nice. Okay, we are through the first Pokemon. Let's make sure. So Tortuga does come in next. Okay, that's what I was wondering. This is Ancient Power then, or Mudshot. Well, let's see. I'm at 20 HP. This is Brine or Ancient Power. My bad. Brine or Ancient Power. We are hoping to see Brine here. If he gets an AP boost, it becomes really scary. That's the other thing about this Tortuga that is scary. Okay, good to see Brine here. It's going to do no damage. We Razor Leaf, which we are faster. Then it's going to be, I don't know what it's going for. AP? Yeah, it is AP. Hopefully no boost. Perfect. The boost there would not have mattered as much because we would have already had Chip on it. But at full HP, getting a boost would be scary. This will get us pretty much back to full. We're really close at least, which is good. Now, this is either going to be Acid, Toxic, or Protect here this turn. Actually, it's never Protect. It's either Toxic or Acid this turn. We are hoping... It doesn't really matter whichever one it picks. There's Acid, that's fine. We are going to now Side Beam. We are hoping to see Toxic or Toxic here, what we were hoping to see. Darn it. Okay, that's not what we wanted to see here. This is now guaranteed to go for Acid. Which sucks. Typically that thing always likes to go for Toxic, but it never did this time. So now I have to think. Okay. So this is always Acid this turn. Oh, or Water Pulse. That's actually even worse for us. We are now going to be going for Air Cutter. There's to protect. 2 Air Cutters should kill this though at this point. We're hoping not to see Toxic now. Nice crit. That is massive actually. That's really big because then there's not a risk of us getting Toxic hit here. Pavilion already being at lower HP than what we want, but this is where problem solving here is pretty massive. This is again pretty much guaranteed to be Venoshock this turn. My counter to this is my Pavilion. So okay, there was a small chance of that. That's okay though, because we are holding the berry. That allows us to switch in. This puts us in a little bit of an interesting situation, but we're still okay. Air Cutter here. There's Soak. Okay, we're going to lose a lot of our damage now. Our damage has been cut down because we are no longer a flying type. There's Venoshock. We are not dead to Venoshock though. I don't believe. Nope, we are not dead to Venoshock. There's Air Cutter again. Lives on 1. That's fine. We are poisoned now, but we are faster and we do just kill. Okay. That is just fine. We are Toxic though. We have to switch next turn anyway. This should just be yep, Frillish with Shockwave, or it should just be random move here. Going into Twaddle. We were hoping to see Shockwave here. Or Water Pulse, there's no Hex. Good. Shockwave is best case scenario. Now we are just clicking Absorbs to keep our HP. Actually, no, you can just click Razor Leaf. You just click Razor Leaf. This cannot status us at all. We don't need to worry about Hex doubling the damage. Razor Leaf crit does kill. Nice crit. The high crit move, so got a better chance of critting. Curse Body doesn't matter. This is going to come in here. This is most likely going to not be rollout, which is really key here. Actually, I'm just kidding. This still might just be rollout, but we are going to go to Growlithe, get the Intimidate attack drop off, hoping not to see rollout here. Good chance that it's not rollout though. Yep, there's Pin Missile. That was the most likely case scenario. Now this is guaranteed rollout, but we are going to get a Fire Fang off, and it's at -1 right now. Crit rollout cannot kill us, and we Fire Fang. There's the Oran Berry. Big chunk of damage. Now that rollout is stacked to 1 extra, it can kill us now. So we do have to switch to Timber. But it's at -1, and we are a fighting type, so we do resist it, which does help. Now we just click Rock Throw twice and we kill. Rollout can also miss, so there's also the opportunity of that, but we are through, pretty much guaranteed now. We are not dead to crit here. There's the miss. So we are through. Deathless to the back-to-back. Next big stop for us now is the gym, but we do have this other battle coming up to get our last 2 encounters before gym number 1. We're going to start marching our way through gym number 1. Devon parts. I do wish the text was instant though, but you also get fully healed, which is nice. Not really needed though, but oh, there's some items being picked up in this town too. Before I forget about them, I do like to forget stuff sometimes. So let's go grab those items really quick. Plus, I think it's only one item, but this guy here gives us black glasses, which is a pretty good item to have. But let's go. I'm going to be turning game audio off again. I'm going to be using speed up to level up the team. We just got to our final level cap before gym number 1. So we're going to level everybody up to 21 now. You do learn headbutt. We get rid of tackle. Pavilion learns a key move here too at 21, Draining Kiss, which does get rid of Struggle Bug, but that's the exact moveset we want on it for this point of the game. You learn Roar, we do not need a Roar. There's Bubble Beam, get rid of Water Gun. Perfect. Go to the box. Do we get any evolves here? I don't think we get any evolves here either, so. Psybeam for confusion. Bounce. You learn Bounce. And we'll have Bounce on your moveset for now. You don't learn anything. Do you learn anything? Covet. Okay, at least now you can do something. We'll get rid of Splash. Oh, it does evolve into Lopunny. Okay. Dizzy Punch. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so now it actually can do something. Okay. That is our leveling up right there. But let's get these transferred over. I'm going to take a quick look at that next battle, which is not going to take long to look at purely because our Pokemon are now higher than what this battle is intended to be done at. Okay, that's fine. This is really interesting of a battle actually because I don't have my typical answers for this, but I'll have to think just a little bit harder on these for some reason now, which sucks, but it's not really that good of an answer. I do not have a good water type, is what I'm recognizing. So, but you will do fine there. Against this. I don't have anything with Pluck. I don't have anything with Bug Bite, so I can't do much about that. so this. Wake up, slap. I can get hit for 2 moves here, which is fine. Let's see, once I drop down to... Oh, then I'm dead to crit, so then you have to switch. So we do wake up, slap, switch to... this, and then we kill with quick attack if I don't one-shot it. This on the field, you should come in next, I believe. Yep, should be you with Shockwave, which this comes in on. We hold P.E.K.K.A. Berry and we just spam Razor Leaf. Then you should come in. You come in holding Orin. Just bubble beamed into Aqua Jet. And you can 2-shot this, holding Chesto. And you can also 2-shot this. We will also bring that just in case. Okay. Okay, we got the team all figured out for this battle. Nope, not you. Okay, bag. We're giving a P.E.K.K.A. Berry to Rattle. We're giving a Chesto Berry to Pavilion. And everybody else gets orange. So everybody should have. So right there. Timber's in the lead. Here we go. This is the battle right here. This is also blocking the rare candy. Rare candies will allow you to go over the level cap by 1 level. But that is it. Wake Up Slap has a chance to kill here. Always Super Fang here. Just half my HP. Heal that with my Orange Berry. It hits the range. About a 50-50 on that range. So Sunflora comes in next. Okay. We will then bring in Pavilion. This has Grass Whistle. We take literally nothing from that. 2 Air Cutters kill here. If it goes for Grass Whistle, that's why we're holding the Chesto. Leech Seed, that's fine. Just kill now. Bonita comes in now, going for a Fire type move. Kalantri gets to come in here on what should be Flame Wheel. Perfect. And we Bubble Beam, taking the Play Rough. Eat our Orange Berry. Can eat Citrus, correct? This is a range for Aqua Jet. So we click Aqua Jet. That's just fine. Might not have been a range. I think we did enough for Bubble Beam. Flame Body proc does not matter. This is now going to be Electros. Nope, it is Dustox. Okay. Go back to Pavilion. This is always Venoshock or Infestation. Most likely Infestation. We 2-shot this. So, we Air Cutter. Probably Toxic this turn. Yep, which is just fine. And now we just kill with Air Cutter. Perfect. This will bring in the last Pokemon, Electros. Electrike, my bad. Grotto gets to come in here. There's the shockwave. Not gonna do much damage. We just spam Razor Leaf now. There's Super Fang. They're still good right now. No Super Fang. Now we have to switch. Right. Want to make sure we are at 15. Just kidding. Just kidding, we don't have to switch. We just stay under Razor Leaf again. This thing physically cannot damage us. Now we do have to switch though. Which we just switched to switch game. Sure enough, it Toxics. But, because it's such low HP, we just quick attack and kill. Okay, let's go back and heal, and we will do our encounter. Pretty key encounter here. It's pretty much a 50-50 for static. Electrike, Flaffy, I think are the two. Mareep, Electrike are the two, which is 40%, and the rest, so it's a 40% chance to get a static Pokemon, 60% chance not to. Mareep is probably the best encounter you can get on this route as well. It also is a static Pokemon, so you kind of get best of both worlds if you do pull it. So let me make sure I don't have my... I don't want to be going on for this though. We're facing electric types. I do want my Execute for Sleep Powder. But we're hopefully going to get an electric type here. Let's go down here and buy some more balls just to make sure we're good on those. I think I can buy great balls now as well. So we're going to buy like 20 of these. Just to make sure we always have a surplus of those. We don't want to be running out at any time. Grab our rare candy. Again, we are hoping to see Mareep here is the big one. If we don't get Mareep, we'd like to see Electrike. Here we go. Shinx, okay. Not ideal. But it is another Intimidate Pokemon though, so... I don't know why I just threw a ball, but... This is a physical attacker. We are not going to be getting our static manipulation, but we do get another Intimidate Pokemon though, so can't complain too much about that. And we are going to be rare-handing this thing up. Nuzzle, okay. Always nice to have. There's the evolve into Lexio. Huh? Bite? I think this thing also learns Covet, I do believe. If I remember correctly, I think this thing does learn Covet at 20. Nope, it does not. It does not. I was wrong. Let's see how good it is. Lowered speed sucks. Bad attack IV, so... Sounds about right for our encounter luck so far. But no static manipulation this time. let's head back. Still got a 10% chance of pulling Togedemaru here. Famfi, Rhyhorn are also really good. The only one we don't really want to hit is Qfant or Onyx. That is the two that we do not want to hit. No Qfant and no Onyx, please. But here we go. Okay, let's see. Onyx, really? Let's keep the subpar encounters going, I guess. So. But, you know. And we still cannot catch this thing. Merry Christmas. Why? Okay, let's continue to try to catch this. It's just sleep. Like, what else can I do? I don't really want to throw a great ball at this thing. Oh my gosh. Well, we might lose execute, so, or we might just lose just the counter, or I might just have to kill it. Okay, I'm holding an Oran Berry. We're gonna throw a great ball at this thing. Is that what I'm gonna have to do? To catch an Onyx? Really? I'm sad. It still won't even stand. It won't even stand a great ball. It won't even stay in a great ball. Well asleep. This is awesome. Okay, let's try another great ball. Now, I know Onyx doesn't have the easiest catch rate, but I mean, we don't talk about how I've hit every sleep powder so far. I don't know how I've done that, but I guess all my luck is going into sleep powder hitting and not catching the Onyx. This is sad. I mean, I might need to come back with Ultra Balls. I might need the Master Ball for this one. I don't know if this is possible to catch. I think Onyx has an impossible catch rate. Yay, for a pretty bad Pokemon, we used a dozen Pokeball or a dozen balls at it. Awesome! Watch this thing have terrible nature and a terrible IV. So probably lower defense, 0 defense IV. Like, it's just my luck this one so far. Gym 1 is going to look interesting. I don't know what we're going to do for Gym 1 quite yet. But I'll tell you this, Onyx probably isn't coming to Gym 1. You learn Dragon Breath. Why? That almost makes no sense. No, Onyx might be able to come. It might have some value. It can take boosted retaliates really well. So that might be its only value in this gym, actually, is boosted retaliates. Bulldo, okay. Tackle. It learns Iron Hand. Wow. I really like Dragon Breath on this thing. I want Rock Tomb, I want Bulldoze. I kind of like Screech. I'm gonna get rid of Dragon Breath for it. I know its special attack isn't good. So, well, let's see how good it is. What should be raise special attack? It is lowered attack, higher speed. That is one defense IV, guys. I mean, I called that one. That's sad. A super slow Pokemon has raised speed. But what else do I expect at this point in this game? Well, let's take a look at gym number 1. And we can check off some of our encounters. We got Remoraid, Shinx, and we got the 10% Onyx. So, oh, it's a 5% token mark, my bad. But let's take a look over here. And let's go Cubflu. Oh, not Blank. Brawley. So this is the gym leader. Pavilion is a solid lead here. It is a pure 33.333% chance for it to go for any of its moves. Oh, just kidding. I'm not HP. 5840. One roll of Sucker Punch I could possibly find. It's almost unlikely to, though. The idea here is we go Draining Kiss, taking probably a Mega Puncher, then Headbutt. We go Sleep Powder as it goes for guaranteed Sucker Punch. We go for Draining Kiss again to heal back to full on its first guaranteed turn of sleep. And then we go for Protect. And then we go for Draining Kiss again, I believe is how we want to play that out, to try to stay at full HP. But Pavilion for sure is coming to this. Do I have any good answers to Combustion? Onyx cannot do it. Shawaddle can't, I know that. We do not have a good water type. Launcher can't. So I do not know what's going to be killing this. Air Cutter can almost kill it, but it'll never be faster than it, though, is the problem. So that's sort of a problem there. I do not know how we're killing this Combustion right now, because I don't have many answers for it. This, I have no clue how we're going to kill this. 50% for Air Cutter. This takes Rock Slides really well. But again, can't do much. Oh, and we're Weak Armor. I didn't even recognize that. That's awesome that we are Weak Armor. I don't even know if we're able to get through Gym 1. To be honest with you. Scraggy, Timber I know can wall this with Wake Up Slaps just fine. When it eventually clicks Rest, and it goes to sleep, Wake Up Slap does even more. So it works pretty well. This, do I have a good answer? Can you actually Nuzzle plus Spark? Yes, so you can kill that easily because you can Nuzzle it, cutting its speed down, and then kill it with Spark and take 2 hits. Lopunny can just get walled by this. It can take moves just fine. It's just these 2 Pokemon. This we can find an answer for with Onyx being able to take hits and can probably even take a boosted Retaliate, get this down to like -2 defense, and then set up something for somebody to kill. Even itself, possibly. You know. Okay, Onyx is pretty quick, actually. Surprisingly pretty quick. Plus speed, 22 speed IV. So, you know, it possibly can even get it down to -1, even. -2 and -1 possibly. Which, you know, if it does that, That kind of allows most of my team to be able to handle this decently well. So it is just these two Pokemon. So I kill this. Let's say I stay at full HP. You shouldn't have a kill. It should always be you. Or should you? It's never you. No, it's never you. It's always this with Rock Slide. Which I could always switch to this on Rock Slide or Fake Out. And then what do I do? That is a good question. That is such a good question right now. Pavilion kills. This comes in Rock Slide or Fake Out. Most likely Fake Out, I believe. This can take both of those. It could take a Mach Punch after that even. But where I could then screech it down to -2. Let's just say. Which then opens the door for something to maybe come in, but at full HP, Fletching does 50%. You also do 50%. So I have a way of dropping this below 50%. That would be good. I have no really strong resist into this. I can't because I bait Pursuit, so that becomes a problem. I also bait Pursuit here, or Mach Punch. Lopunny is not an option. Can Lopunny deal with this? No, it cannot. I mean, it sort of could, but... I can just find a way to do 50% of this, somehow. Fake Out or Rock Slide. Okay, see, if you take Fake Out or Rock Slide, you could Razor Leaf doing 26%, and then switch to something else. But that's not going to truly help. Because you're going to be baiting Mach Punches, which maybe you also bait a roll of Rock Slide though, which is a problem. So that's sort of a problem. Okay, can I find an answer for this? Not really. Not really. And Pavilion can almost kill this with Air Cutters. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting through this gym. Something tells me we are not going through this gym. I think we are going to have to reset here. I have an answer for 3 of the Mons. If I bring Onyx, we'll be able to deal with the Lopunny. Pretty easy, decently well. But then it's just these two. I don't have Seadra. I do not have a good enough Intimidate Pokemon. This can't take double kicks. That's the problem there. What if I use a rare candy? Or a heart scale? Is there a possibility of that? I don't want to use it on this. Raising this thing's defense isn't going to help it. Giving this Roost ain't gonna help. Giving this that. What is Masquerade? It's Air Cutter as well, correct? Oh, it's Gust. That's even worse, actually. Or Surskit. Yeah, it's Gust. That's even worse. Twaddle. That ain't gonna help. Well, Twaddle would help against the Combuskin, possibly, but that's only a possibility. What does Kalancher learn? Let's see. Kalancher, 32, so it's a really long ways away. So it's no point in using it on that. How does Onyx evolve? I mean, I guess it's Metal Coat. Okay, maybe you'll get that till a little bit later in the game. I don't think Groddle learned anything at 22. Nope. Remoraid, maybe? Oh, Octillery's 25. So that ain't gonna help. Growlithe ain't gonna help. That's Firestone. Masquerain would be only the option, but that ain't gonna do much. I don't think evolving Timber is going to help. And it's 25 anyway, so that's not gonna help. But I don't. Twaddle's the only one that could evolve. That or Masquerain. If I start looking at heart scale opportunities, those two don't need it. Onyx would be an option just to raise its defense to 31. But why did that not? Why did Mach Punch damage not change? My defense IV goes up. I should take less from Mach Punch, right? Or is that something to do with weak armor? Huh? Works there, but it doesn't work on Mach Punch. Interesting. But even then, that wouldn't help. Can I heart scale a move on somebody? Possibly, maybe. Let's see. Fletchlander, nope, Growl Tackle. Launcher, Aqua Jet. No, it's not. It already has Aqua Jet. I think Groddle. Bite. Oh, that's not worth it. Lopunny? Triple Axle, U-turn. That is two interesting options, but not worth it. Not worth it at all. We're not having an Intimidate Pokemon suck. And I guess I could do Masquerain. I can ship this thing down to like -6 between switching between these two. Then it this at -6. It cannot damage Groddle at all. And I'm pretty much able to just absorb spam, keeping my HP really high. Or I could Sand Tomb and then absorb spam possible, or 4 Rage Relief, I guess, just kill. But then again, that puts me in the same boat with this Combuskin, though. I don't have another Pokemon that can dodge crits. bait rock slide into this, then bait mach punch, then bait rock slide, then bait mach punch, then bait rock slide, then mach punch, rock slide, mach punch, rock slide, mach punch, rock slide, mach punch. How much damage do you take from rock slide? Like none. See, this is where, for some reason, oh, it does change. It just doesn't change enough to change the percentages. What does weak armor do? If a physical attack hits its Pokemon, its defense is lowered by 1 stage and its speed is raised by 2 stages. Interesting. But that doesn't truly help. It's good to know, but I'm already faster, so that doesn't change much, and it lowers my defense. But I don't have any other rock types. You could technically take a rock slide if I really needed you to, but yeah, I don't know if we're getting through this gym. Due to us not hitting Togedemaru or Quillfish or Seadra, missing all 3 of those sucks. If we had one of those, I think we would be fine. But us missing all of those sucks. Because between Togedemaru and Vivillon, they could pretty much just kill Hitmontop with Iron Barb's chip. Or Fake Out chip, I mean. And we could have found something for this. I don't think we're getting through this. Off stream, I'm going to look at it. I know we've been sitting here for like 20 minutes looking at the calculator. I'm going to look at it for a little bit longer off stream. Look at some stuff. But I don't think we're going to be able to get through it. I think next stream we might just be restarting again. Which I know sucks. I just don't see a way we're going to get through this with less than 1 death. Or 1 death or less. I think we're going to be looking at 2 or 3 deaths easily, if not whiting. Vivillon, really good. If I had to pick, you know, hitting Carvanha and Kalancher both suck. And Remoraid, you know, missing Horsey twice is pretty massive. So, does Onyx learn any moves that could possibly help? Nope, no it is not. Forgot your lowered attack. So that doesn't really help. Well, you're also partially fighting too, so that doesn't help either. But I think that'll be it for this stream here. I'll take a look more at the damage calculator off stream. Figure out what the plan possibly could be, maybe. But I don't know if there is a line that I could find. But we will see what I can find. The only thing that maybe I'm looking at that is possibility: soft sand, bulldoze in 2 shots. We switch it on Thunder Punch. We get hit by double kick twice, have to dodge crits. We get plus speed. We get our faster bulldoze twice. Possibility there maybe, because this at +2, but me at +2. I'm faster. That could be the answer there. But we'll figure something out. I'll see what I can find. But next stream, hopefully we will continue into Gym 1. But we will see how that all turns out. But thank you all for watching.